Céimhin a Háisiid. Ceilidh. Well, fáilte de bhulla a rís go cáiliste na Gaelic, is mi sé Callan Dánamach agus sin gemátálaiste go bhfuil sibh Pellerin a nach agus go bhfuil sibh a coint a show line. Welcome everybody to the Gaelic College and to Mackenzie Hall and to our Wednesday night Ceilidh. We're very happy to have you with us in person and online. My name is Colin McDonald and I am your host for tonight, and we have a fantastic lineup. We're going to start off with a wonderful singer by the name of Darrell Keigan, and he's from Ross Ferry, just on the other side of Kelly's Mountain, and he's no stranger to Coiliste na Gaelic. So we're going to welcome him to the stage for some songs, and then we will get into the tunes after that. So without further ado, please welcome Darrell Keigan.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with this is an old traditional song. And it's a song of the sea. It's a song that's very popular here in Cape Breton. There's a lovely chorus, I'll teach you the chorus. It says, wrap me up in my oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell my old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see them wandering in Fiddler's Green. So if you already know it, you're certainly more than welcome to help me sing it. And if you pick it up as we go along, by all means, join in, don't be shy. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, view the salt water and taste the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing a song. Won't you take me away, boys, my time is not long. Wrap me up in my oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and that I'll see them one day on Fiddler's Green. Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the skies are all clear and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Wrap me up in my oilskins and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and that I'll see them one day on Fiddler's Green. When you're finally on deck and the long trip is through, there'll be pubs, there'll be clubs, there'll be lassies there too. You can lie in your hammock, there's no work to do. and the skippers below making tea for the crew. Sing it if you know it. Wrap me up in my oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell the old shipmates I'm taking a trip next, and that I'll see them one day on Fiddler's Green. Well, I don't need a harp or a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze and a good rolling sea. I'll play my old squeeze box as we sail along, with the wind in the rigging to sing me a song. Wrap me up in my oilskins and jumper. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell the old shipmates I'm taking a trip next, and I'll see them one day on Fiddler's Green. Wrap me up in my oilskins and jumpers. No more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell the old shipmates I'm taking a trip mates, and that I'll see them one day on Fiddler's Green. That song originated up along the northern coast of England, and it was recorded a number of years ago here in Cape Breton by a wonderful group called Ryan's Fancy, and they kind of introduced that song locally here, and it was a wonderful gift because it's been recorded by lots of different people, and lovely tune. Okay, so this is a great song as well called The Garden Song. And it's all about getting rid of all these terrible chemicals and fertilizers and all that stuff and getting back to a more natural approach to your gardening, I think. But I think maybe even more so, underlining this song, if you have an idea, hopefully you'll see it through to the very end and something really good will come from it. It's a great song called The Garden Song. Has anybody ever heard of The Garden Song?
I sing it every day in my garden.
Do you really? No, you don't, Danny. Okay, well, this will be a brand new song to add to your repertoire. And I find the best thing to do when you learn a brand new song, when you go home, sing the song to your neighbors. And the very best way to introduce a song to your neighbors is show up about 3 o'clock in the morning, knock on the door, and just start singing. It's also a great way to meet the local police in your area. Yeah. Anyway, a lovely song, The Garden Song. Oh, inch by inch, row by row, we're gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Some morning from below, the rains come tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, man has made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, the time is near at hand. Rain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from the land. And inch by inch, row by row, we're gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below, till the rains come tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. An old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. And inch by inch, row by row, we're gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below, till the rains come tumbling down. And inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below, till the rains come tumbling down. Till the rains come tumbling down. Till the rains come tumbling down. A song that's going to be rather conducive to the weather here in Cape Breton over the next week or so, I hear. Lots of rain coming, so yeah, good for the gardens. So we have lots of folks who are visiting. I'm not recognizing a whole lot of people out there. As Colin was saying, I was born and raised here in Cape Breton, now living over in a great little community called Ross Ferry, just over across Bredor Lake there. So where are some of you folks from? Where you hail from? Just holler it out. Antigonish. Bible Hill.
Downtown Marble.
Damn, the metropolitan hub of Inverness County.
Rossberry.
Gee, more Rastafarians here. I could tell right away just from his hair.
Vermont.
Vermont, well, welcome to you all. It's nice to see you. Welcome to Cape Breton. Hopefully you'll come back and visit us again at some point as well. This next song was written by a wonderful Canadian songwriter by the name of Stan Rogers. Stan Rogers hailed from Dungas, Ontario. But he had family here in Nova Scotia, in a little town called Cancel, not so far away from here. And he wrote extraordinary songs. He was very tragically killed back in 1983. Himself and his brother Garnet and a great bass player by the name of Dave Woodhead were down in Kerrville, Texas, playing for the Kerrville Folk Festival. They had finished their segment of the show, but apparently Connie Calder was playing the next afternoon. So Stan Rogers decided he was going to stay and take in her show. Garnet and Dave came back on an earlier flight. It was a very fateful decision on Stan Rogers' part. On a connector flight from Kerrville into Cincinnati, on his way back to Toronto, there was a fire aboard the aircraft, and Stan Rogers, along with, I think it was 11 or 12 other people, perished. But he left behind him extraordinary songs. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Well, 3 centuries hereafter, I take passage overland in the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began. Watching cities rise before me, then behind me sink again, this tardiest explorer, driving hard across the plains. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Well, through the night behind the wheel, the mileage clicking west, I think upon Mackenzie, David Thompson, and the rest, who cracked the mountain ramparts and did show a path for me to race the roaring Fraser to the sea. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Well, how then am I so different from the first men through this way? Like them I left a settled life, I threw it all away, to seek a Northwest Passage at the call of many men, to find there but the road back home again. Oh, for just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Stan Rogers. Anyway, thank you very much, folks. All kinds of entertainment coming up here. Enjoy your evening.
Nacharoshin Ma, wasn't that good? Let's hear it for Darrell Keigan. Agus Inish Bahalam Tal Chahud Eir, and next would like to welcome our guest for tonight and an employee of Gaelic who will be joining. We're going to welcome John Pellerin from Aniganish, and he will be accompanied by Margie Deaton on the piano. So please welcome John and Margie.
great honor to be here tonight and play some tunes. With COVID that's been taking place, it's been a rough couple of years being able to play. So last week we had Kitchen Fest, which was great to see and play again, play live, and to be here tonight as well. That was a group of jigs that I started off with. I play every Sunday night with a group of friends in Antigonish. And that's one of our tunes, or groups of tunes that we always play at our sessions. The next group of tunes I'm going to play, I'm going to start off with a slow air called My Home. I go into a Gaelic number called Morag of Dunvegan. And I'll go into a march after that, maybe a couple of Strasbays and some reels. Sometimes when we don't know the names of tunes, we just call them traditional. So. First two I'm good with, we'll see where we go from there. Hope you enjoy.
Well, she Kelma Ahashin. That's some good music. Let's hear it for John Pellerin and Margaret Eaton. And next up, we're going to welcome an employee, our Director of Education, up for some tunes on the pipes, and I'm going to join him on piano. So please welcome, all the way from downtown, not downtown Mabu Coal Mines.
The outskirts.
The outskirts of Mabu. Please welcome Kenneth McKenzie.
Thank you very much. We're going to get the one and only John Pellerin up for a few steps now. Please welcome John back to the stage.
Let's hear it for John Pellerin. And Tappalet the Funny, thanks to Kenneth for the great tunes. That was fun. I'm going to play a slow air for you now on the piano before we invite Darrell Keigan back up for some songs. This is a kind of a family favorite, and it's a pipe tune, actually. I played it a couple of times during the Ceilidh. You may have heard it already, but this is Blue Bonnets Over the Border. And it's a pipe tune, but I'll be playing it on the piano a little bit slowed down. And hope you enjoy. Happily. Happily, thank you very much. Ceilidh, how's everybody doing? Kim and a Hashit. Well, I know we don't have all Gaelic speakers in here, but I think we have some. At least those who might know Kim and a Hashit, because I heard a few answers there before. But for those of you who don't know, Kim and a Hashit is Gaelic for how are you? And there's many ways to respond to it, but I'm just going to teach you two right quick. The first one is Gama. So I'd like everyone to put one thumb up and say Gama, which means good or fine. So when I say Kim and a Hashiv, you say Gama. Kim and a Hashiv. Kim and a Hashiv. Gama. And if you're doing even better than that, then you're going to put two thumbs up and say Gleva. When I say Kim and a Hashiv, you say Gleva. Kim and a Hashiv. Kim and a Hashiv. And Gleva, well, I can't tell you what that means. It's really bad. No, Gleva means very good. So those are your two options for tonight, and we really hope that you're enjoying the show. Anish Bahalam Falchahud Arij, and next I would like to welcome once again to the stage for some more songs, Darrell Keigan. If he's still in the building.
Well, I would like to direct your attention to this gentleman who, every once in a while you see him, he walks out into the building to have a listen to the sound. And standing over here around the corner, this is Stephen Gillis. So put your hands together for Stephen. John was mentioning earlier about Kitchen Festival. We had a wonderful show up in St. Peter's a couple of days ago, and Stephen was the sound guy up there, and it's a pleasure to work with him, you know. You see, as a performer, you have to be very gracious and kind to the sound people. A number of years ago, I was playing over in Iona at an open door festival over there, and there was a very good friend of mine doing sound there, a guy by the name of Malcolm McMillan. And there was probably 400 people in the crowd, or 500 people in the crowd. So I came out and I sat down and I said, you know, welcomed everybody and said hello and whatever. And I said, it's so great to see that Malcolm's out of the hospital. I said, I'm sure you folks didn't realize that Malcolm was burnt very badly recently. And the whole crowd went, oh, and I said, yeah, he was bobbing for French fries and burnt his face. So I started the song, and within 3 words, I sounded like Alvin the Chipmunk. So Malcolm says to me afterwards, never mess with the sound guy. Made perfect sense to me. Anyway, this song takes us back in history to the Highlands of Scotland. In the year 1746, to be exact, Wednesday morning, April the 16th in the Highlands of Scotland. There was an army of mercenaries coming north over the border from England, coming into the Highlands to wipe out the wild Gaelic-speaking savages, as they were called, clansmen. The English were led that morning by a man nicknamed the Bloody Butcher, the Duke of Cumberland. Armed with the latest of artillery of the time, the Highlanders came down and met the English on Culloden's Moor, father beside son, brother beside brother, armed with the great broadswords, claymores as they're known. History tells us that the Battle of Culloden lasted about 45 minutes. The Highlanders were no match for the artillery. They were wiped out almost completely. Those who escaped the massacre went back into the Western Highlands and in later years over the Western Seas to the land that would become known as Nova Scotia, New Scotland. And many years after they were gone, the pipers played the pibrochs for them. And the pibroch is a traditional piece of music which is played as a lament at a passing of some sort. The song refers to Charlie, who is of course Prince Charles Edward Stuart, better known as Bonnie Prince Charlie. And the chorus of the song says, Achim Foam. And a loose translation would be, I seen it coming, or it came to me. Possibly in a dream, who knows, I don't know. But it's a lovely, lovely song. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, and Foam, and Foam. Oh, rise and fall, Charlie. By dark Culloden's fields of gore, hark how they cry, Claymore, Claymore. Bravely that fight, but can they more than die for Royal Charlie? Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, and Foam, and Foam. Oh, rise and follow Charlie. By dark Loch Shield they make their stand, that small devoted Highland band, who bravely fight with heart and hand, and follow their Royal Charlie. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, and Foam, and Foam. Oh, rise and follow Charlie. No more will see such deeds again, deserted now each Highland glen, and lonely cairns are o'er the men who fought and died for Charlie. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim Foam, and Foam, and Foam. Oh, rise and follow Charlie. So sound your pibrochs loud on high, praise John the Groats to the Isle of Skye. Let all your clans their slogan cry. Oh, rise and follow Charlie. Achim Foam, Foam, Foam. Achim small Charlie. Thank you very much. A song that we certainly identify with here in Cape Breton, with our strong Scottish history here, strong Irish history, Native history. Would just like to say hello to Miss Laurel Shannick, a young lady who just recently moved to Cape Breton from Ontario. And Laurel is a wonderful harpist, a multi-instrumentalist as a matter of fact, and she dropped in here this evening to take in the Ceilidh. So say hello to Laurel over here. Hi, Laurel. I certainly hope maybe at some point we'll see Laurel up here on stage at the Gaelic College for some of these Ceilidhs, because she's a wonderful, wonderful singer and a wonderful player. Yeah. That'll be $20, Laurel. I'd certainly like to say hello to Danny O'Hanley here as well tonight. And his entourage down there. We're so lucky to live here, you know. I was sitting over there with Laurel, and we were watching all these wonderful performers on stage. I think it would be impossible to throw a stone across a ditch in Cape Breton without hitting somebody who played an instrument, told a story, step danced, whatever. You know, we're very fortunate here to have all this wonderful culture around us. But to be perfectly honest with you, I was a little bit incensed that they asked John to dance and not me. Huh? For a short, fat fellow, I'm sure I could do okay at it, really. Maybe not. This song was written by a couple of Scotsmen, two gentlemen by the names of Andy M. Stewart and Phil Cunningham, and those guys were former members of a group called Ceilidh. As such, they toured all over the world, playing original and traditional Scottish music. At one point, they were up in the Isle of Skye, and they wrote this next song about a beautiful little community called Strathmore. Now, here in Cape Breton, over on the western side of the island, we got a community called Strathmore. So a number of years ago, I recorded this song, and I recorded it under the title of Strathmore to be a little bit more reflective of home. And to date, I haven't been contacted by their lawyers or anything. So it's okay. It's a lovely, lovely tune, Strathmore. By the clear, winding stream in the valley of Strathmore, where my love and I have been, where we wander nevermore, from Glen Isle on the isle of my dreams, I left for a land far away, where sadness has never yet been, and joy only costs a day's pay. And if time was a thing man could buy, all the money that I'd have in store, I would give for one day by your side in the valley of Strathmore. In Strathmore, there were long working days for the man with his hand on the plough, and it's work I'd be happy to do. If at night I were lying with you, and if time was a thing man could buy, all the money that I'd have in store, I would give for one day by your side in the valley of Strathlorn, as I take a long draw from my glass. I am drinking alone here again, and I try not to think on my loss, for the old days will ne'er come again. And if time was a thing man could buy, all the money that I'd have in store, I would give for one day by your side in the valley of Strathlorn. And if time was a thing man could buy, all the money that I'd have in store, I would give for one day by your side in the valley of Strathlorn. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take my leave here and we'll invite some other folks up. It's been a pleasure to have spent this evening with all you folks here and all the folks looking in from home. So take care. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime. Good night.
Well, I happen to be from Strathlorn myself, so that was really special. Downtown Strathlorn. Well, actually, kind of off the side, Footcape Road, but Strathlorn nonetheless. Let's hear it for Darrell Keigan. Wasn't that awesome? And we've invited John and Margie back up for another blast of tunes before we get to our finale. So hope you enjoy. I'll take it away, John and Margie. Tapaliv Gamor. Thanks to John and Margie for those great tunes. We are coming to the end of our Ceilidh. I guess Bahalam Tang, a horse dive, Ola or Sanchina Math. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. You can't see online, but Mackenzie Hall is packed, and we're very happy to have everybody here tonight, and for all of you watching online as well. Big thanks to Ryan McDonald for doing the live stream, Stephen Gillis on sound, and for all of our performers, Darrell Keigan, we have John Pellerin, Kenneth McKenzie, Margie Beaton, and I'm Colin McDonald. We hope you come back soon. We're going to do one more number for you, a final blast with everybody, and we hope you enjoy. So, Tapaliv Gamor, Benachlev, agus Aikilali. Goodbye and a good night to you.